Hey, Jaleec, yeah, you've been having a lot of masculine energy with your little ass. But I just got your schedule. I'm gonna pull up on you tomorrow. I know where you supposed to be. So I'm gonna pull up on you tomorrow and we're gonna have a conversation. I wanna see if you're gonna keep the same energy. You think you is Mighty Mouse? Out of here.
Yeah, bro. So I want to see if she gonna keep the same energy too. You understand me? You know, it's been a Cold War for quite some time, right? So you see the back and forth with DC and Jaleec and whatever have you, right? You know, let's just get into it.
So he wasn't gonna do that anyways. So he went to LA where he wasn't from, where nobody knew who he was, nobody did their homework on him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he was able to do his 1-2. We've been exposed him for the paperwork.
Okay.
So and I feel like with Wack, it was really premature that he didn't look over the paperwork before he chimed in.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, the Answer Man. Here we go with another one of those counterintuitive street code situations where you don't have it on paper, but there's speculation. There's people saying it. Let's get to the content.
All right, OG. You know me. I'm asking because I'm paying attention to what's going on in the social media world. You watched No Jumper? You caught the clips of No Jumper last night?
Who? The little Jaleec girl?
Yeah, Jaleec and her response to what you said about the Draco.
Yeah, but she can't. He was. I got all the pictures. She don't even make sense. Like she said, you go mental to plead for a lesser. That's what she said, right?
Yeah, I didn't get none of.
Ain't no lesser when you dealing with a kid.
Now, if y'all, I don't know if y'all been keeping up, right? But DC was actually on Morals Over Money yesterday with Munchie B, right? Munchie tried questioning him about these allegations in the case and this, that, and the third. He said he didn't want to go into depth. Feel me? He said he had 4 smut charges, right? And a pandering charge against an adult. The smut charges being the pandering charges against a minor, right? Against a little girl. Now, I didn't heard different shit like, oh, she was 14, she was 16, this, that, and the third, right? But stay tuned. We're going to get into it, bro. And, you know.
They don't come up off of that.
Right.
When you dealing with no kid, ain't no lesser.
Right, like you can't grab a charge and then
a lesser, it'll still be a kid charge. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll be like malicious acts on the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nigga, that don't have a kid. He don't got no child convictions. Oh, nothing. He got pimping and pounding on the adult. That's his conviction. See, they want me to go for what a nigga was charged. I don't give a fuck what no nigga charged with. That's county jail. Once the nigga been...
Now, that was Spotify's argument, right? He like, as soon as you touch the county or anywhere you touch and you got these type of charges, it's bad, right? You clear it up on the back end, this, that, and the third, but it's bad for the most part, right? And, you know, Wack whole thing is, bro, he was charged with pandering on an adult, not no minor, right? But the people, Spotify and them and certain people, they kind of like, well, how did you even get charged with these other charges, right, involving a minor in the first place, right? Now, it turned out that it's some discrepancies, right, within the case, because, you know, apparently the 4 charges against the minor was dropped, right, because it was people claim it was some situation where the little girl was being intimidated or being you know, hidden in this, that, and the third from the prosecution. So basically, you know what I'm talking about? And DC argument to that, right, was if I was intimidating a witness, or if he was intimidating a witness, this, that, and the third, why he ain't get charged with that, right? And now, I'm not gonna lie, like, I didn't see nobody speak on this part. But if they couldn't find a witness, how they gonna charge him with intimidating a witness, right? That's the whole thing in the first place, right? That's why they had to drop the initial charges, right? The smut charges against the minor in this, that, and the third in the first place because they couldn't get in contact with her, right? It was messing up the whole investigation. Now, for them to get in contact with her and then prove that he was coercing her and you know, this, that, and the third, that's a whole nother ball game. But I'm just saying that was DC whole thing. Like, why I ain't get charged with intimidating a witness? Why the charges was dropped, this, that, and the third.
Convicted, it went to the pen, right? That's what
Right.
I'm going off of.
Right. What's
If
in
it
that
got
paperwork
dropped, it
from the
got
conviction?
dropped. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know what she talked about. The paperwork supports pimping and pandering on an adult. That's it. Bumpy the be on Megan's law if that's the case. You know that.
That's a fact. Listen, I didn't look him up a couple. Listen, I didn't check all the. I'm just looking to see what I tried to look at it from what Spody was saying. I didn't get what he was saying, and then
What he's saying, just because you was charged, he worse than the DA. See, when the DA come at you with a deal, right, and said, all right, we're going to give you this for count 1, count 2, 3, whatever. You want to take it? Yeah, no, whatever. Cool, boom, right?
right.
Spody's saying, if you charge with it, it don't matter what your plea is. You still got to stand to the charge. That ain't how that work.
I don't think Spody trying to be worse than the DA. He's just trying to politic the right way, right? By doing this due diligence. You know what I'm talking about? Like extra. And then on top of that, like when you going back and forth with somebody, you at odds with somebody, you definitely going, you know what I'm saying? Dive deeper into whatever they saying is some, feel me?
That's not how that work, nigga.
Yeah, that's not.
If I got 5 charges and they say you looking at 20, all right, I ain't fucking with it. I'm fighting it. You know, when you fighting it, you fighting the charges.
You
Okay,
find the
they got
charges.
this on this, this on that, that's on this. You ain't got this on that. They come back. All right, we'll get rid of count 1 and 2, and we got 12 for you. Nah, fuck that. We'll leave you with count 3, 4, and 5. I ain't fucking with that. You keep fighting. They double back. Listen, we got 5 years. Count 1, plea. We dropping the rest. Give me that.
Give me that.
That's what we gonna hold you accountable on. Is that conviction? You're gonna be held accountable on that right there. Nigga, what he's saying is, yeah, even though they dropped it, we still gonna hold you accountable because it was used to be a charge. Nah, nigga.
Nah, we can't do that because it was dropped. So nigga, how you gonna
If
give
that's
me?
Nah, what Spody's saying is they only dropped it because he was intimidating a witness, right? And you only got off because you know what I'm saying? Type shit, right? That's basically, and I could understand how Wack could say, bro, you acting like you trying to, you know what I'm saying? But when it's some shit involving the minors and just certain little shit, people want to know about that type of shit, bro.
About some shit that was
that's
dropped.
what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, dog, that's
Because if
just
they
showing.
dropped it, they ain't even got a strong case on that end or whatever it is. Because they would have.
There you go. Now a nigga got a brain. They not dropping nothing that they can get you on, nigga.
Facts.
They drop that they ain't got enough to get you on. That's simple. So the nigga was I guess he was a little bothered that I know I'm like, bro, you and your feelings. But nothing you talking about makes sense, nigga.
Right.
That's the case. Let's go back to your neighborhood and every nigga that was charged with something that beat it, let's hold it against them. You worse than the DA. I said, look, nigga, if you go to the pen, you go to the counter, you got 5 counts. You plea out to 1. You go to the pen on 1. You go do your time, you get out, you come from another case. They not gonna be talking about past history is the charges. Your only past history is
It's your
gonna be your
conviction.
convictions.
That's a fact.
Now, to speak on somebody's past history, right? That's why I say in the other video, I ain't want to harp on a man's past, right? I'm sure he didn't change his life at this point, right? As far as like, you know, certain avenues and getting paper and this, that, and the third, right? Now, I ain't gonna lie, it is quite strange though that you know, a month like at the like now he's saying he don't want to address it, this, that, the third, but it'll be, you know, just if it was some crazy shit, it would be cool to take accountability and just be like, bro, that was the past. I was moving too fast. I was adolescent mind, hella shit won't happen again, bro. Type shit. You feel me?
But you would think he would know that because he did time. When I was listening, I'm like, what the hell?
Listen, he's trying to find it's a bunch of people on the internet that don't know none of that shit. So he's running the narrative. Yeah, nigga was charged with it. So they hear that, and that's all that's it.
Right.
Happening all the time. Real.
All the time. Listen, they gonna drop this, and I can take this to get this deal, nigga. And that ain't none of that count, nigga. I'm in there. What you talking about?
So you know that he know that. So they get mad. I don't know DC baby Draco. I just was reading this shit. I'm like, nah, that ain't how that go. It sounded crazy, bumpy. The kept saying, yeah, just because they dropped him, they didn't drop him. What?
Yeah, I remember. Listen, you said you said that back to him too, and he started laughing. You just looking like nigga, like, come on now, what are you talking about? How you gonna drop something and then get charged if they dropped it?
Yeah, just because they dropped him, they didn't drop him. What are you talking about right now? Just because they dropped him, they didn't drop
Yo.
him.
Yeah. Niggas is wilding. Niggas is wilding. Yeah, Jaleec need to watch her mouth.
She don't know what she's talking about. I'm like, first of all, I don't want to do no business with no DC baby Draco. I don't even know the nigga.
Now you see how you say he don't want to do no business with whatever, like somebody who might be having smut charges instead of third. See, when certain people, you know, a big word is incentive, right? And a lot of people looking at it like, what's your incentive for stepping in or you know what I'm saying, acting like you DC attorney or whatever have you, right? And, you know what I'm saying? That's what because it come across in that interview y'all did, like you was more so not playing the middle, but you was a little bit more on DC side, but you was playing the middle, and it shouldn't even been that much of a tug of war given the history you got. You said with the 40s and Spody and you know what I'm talking about, right? So people like, why is you so invested in DC? You know what I'm talking about? And then DC, you know, DC and Jaleec, they go back. They got it, you know. So he's saying she don't know what she talking about, and this, that, and the third, bro. Feel me?
That same day I seen him, the same day I seen Spody.
That was your first time meeting Spody too?
First time in my life. I know none of them ain't nobody for me to be knowing. Spody face name come from that's 4X was relative. Nobody, that ain't no household name around, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit.
And then it's crazy. I think it's crazy how what he was saying, like, nigga, we like he let this come in between me and him. He said like baby DC Drake, 4Extra let baby DC Draco come in between them.
He wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It seems like you
jumped out the window for money bag rolls, bro. Clout chasing, thinking you're gonna be part of a movement that build your name. Moneybag Rose was mad because he left the East Coasters and went to the Swans and did a vlog.
Oh, so this
he
didn't even have nothing to do with the 40s at
nothing
first.
to do with Spody Face. Zero. He left the East Coasters, went to the Swans, did a vlog. He like, oh, you playing both sides. Whoopty whoopty whoop. You can't come back over here no more.
Right.
So then the East Coast is telling, nigga, you can come back over here. They took him back over there. Right? So when he did that, he calls his Spody Face. Yeah, homie, this right here, he bad for the culture. And this, and he gonna keep getting killed and all this. Right? And Spody Face jumps out the window. Yeah, you ain't welcome in my community no more. Hold on, this 4Extras guy.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it didn't come across real. Like, hold on, bro. You see, when Spody went up there to no jumper, knowing that Foe wouldn't be feeling that, right? It come across like, all right, he did. You know, people is looking out for their own interest, right? Type shit, a little bit, right? But then again, it come across like, all right, you betray me with DC, so don't even feel me. But remember, Spody, that wasn't Spody's first time going up there the other day with the podcast. He did an interview with Adam, fresh out, knowing Fo was already upset with Adam, right? Type shit. So it was like the same thing you was mad about. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Spody, it looked like he was upset about other shit, right? But he used like the righteous shit as a little, like, I feel like it was both, because he been on some righteous shit, but then he see you like in the middle, you know, like basically going back and forth to different sides, right? That niggas is at odds with, and a nigga like, hold on, all right, nigga want to press play on you, you feel me? But I ain't gonna sit here and act like, you know, Spody ain't come across like you was only worried about your own interest from the jump, or like certain people will say, oh, I think DC said this, bro. He jealous of 4 Extra, and I'm like, damn, I didn't really trip off of that. I don't think he quite jealous, maybe envious, you know what I'm saying? Want a piece of that type shit, but yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? And then they went there from there. Man, that ain't got no issues with this man. I said, what'd he do to you?
That said he trolled me. He said he trolled me. You gonna have a lot of fights, brother. You wanna fight everything that trolled you.
Hey, what the Jaleec said or whatever that man, what she say?
She was just talking about basically saying that Wack didn't know what he was talking about. He should have further investigated the paperwork, and he would have looked at it from a
I
different point
texted
of
her
view.
last night. I said, send me the paperwork that got a conviction of him with a kid. What? I said, send me the paperwork that got the conviction of him dealing with a kid. What up, North?
And she said it on the live too. She said the girl was 14 and that all the shit is in the paperwork.
Send the paperwork. Send me the paperwork showing he got convicted of it. Bro, I can show you paperwork of people they say I murdered. OJ did not die a murderer.
That's a fact.
so you know, they trying to politic the situation, right? But it's coming to a point where, you know, so Spody, like I said, we're going to reiterate this shit one more time. Spody, he like, hold on, bro. You had how many charges? I guess 6 or whatever charges, 2 against an adult, 4 against a kid, or 5 charges, whatever, right? One against an adult and 4 against a kid. I know it was 4 smut charges, right? 4 charges that was pertaining to a minor, this, that, and the third, right? The charges end up getting dropped, right? So everybody from there, everybody like, he's straight. He beat that. He was only pandering a grown kid. I mean, a grown-up, right? But the people are like, hold on, let's go back. Why did those charges get dropped? He was intimidating a witness, right? DC like, hold on, bro. If I was intimidating a witness, why I ain't get charged? That's a felony. That's what DC said. That's a fucking felony. Why I ain't get charged with a felony for intimidating a witness? If the reason for the 4 charges getting dropped was that they couldn't find a witness, how they gonna charge you with intimidating a witness when they don't have the witness, right? Don't they need the witness to cooperate this shit or to help them, feel me? Whatever. Y'all niggas let me know what y'all think, bro.
Check this out. I pulled up on her. And when I pulled up on her, right? He pulled up on me. Y'all stay tuned. I did it again. Yeah, I did it again. Yeah, the pull-up is real. Y'all better watch what y'all talking about. We interviewing Wack today. Just might pull up and show out.
You can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. I need that cheese like a grater, ho.